Hello, and welcome all to another episode of Erinchian Wisdom. Today, we'll be looking at a very core concept of Erinchian thought. Chocolate is shit colored, and shit is chocolate colored. All that is good is bad, and all that is bad is good. The ego wants to see itself through a chocolate covered lens while looking at its own shit. Nonetheless, shit is shit, and shit over your sheets need to be examined. So, when was the last time you took your sheet covered in shit to the shit doctor, stool sample, or the crazy doctor? So, let's take my shit, for instance. My family is full of shitty teachers, and so this genetic propensity could likely explain how I made such a smooth transition into becoming the self proclaimed school of philosophy overnight with no one's permission or acknowledgement of my qualifications to do so. Because my ego finds my shit important. No one even has to like my shit or subscribe to my shit. By the way, at this juncture, I should point out the kind of righteous attitude shitty people have. Don't be conflating that kind of shit behavior with what I'm trying to do here, okay? So, just disclaimer. Anyway, I shall continue to post these videos as I please, as long as I like the smell of my own shit. And as a lifelong introvert, I'm very absorbed in my own shit, as I'll be the first one to admit. I almost never go out for any reason other than to feed the street dogs or to go swimming. So I have concluded that my shit doesn't mix too well with other people's shit. And that is often such high grade shit that flies will be willfully avoiding it, flying away from it, keeping my popularity among shitty people at a reasonably low levels. And at the same time, my shit can attract some very fine and sophisticated shit appraisers. Of course, that could just as well be my own Delulu shit. But hey, my shit cares less about who flushes it. There's some major benefits to being in touch with your shit, by the way. Before you flush, your family will feed you a lot of shit when you have no control over what goes in and out of your shit pipes. So when you grow up and realize all the shit you were fed as a kid, you have then as an adult solid opportunity to create better shit for yourself and those around you. Because shit gets real hard and you have to shit easy on yourself. A major benefit of being aware of your own shit is the power you have over aiming it in the right direction so you don't miss the hole. I've known many folks who are either permanently suffering from a diarrhea of dysregulated, out of control shitting behavior, or suffering from keeping their shit locked up under unsanitary conditions, letting it pile up into an internal Mount Everest until it would implode and cause much greater harm. It is therefore paramount that shit gets processed and disposed of in the right way. Of course, even if you manage to produce rose scented shit, people will still shit on you and try to take you down a notch. That's why it is essential to process other people's shit through a filter that can identify malignant bullshit versus rather benign and possibly even cuter shit, such as dog shit. Speaking of, this was a gift from a lovely cousin of mine who knows me all too well. As you can see, he poops. You see? So this is my Mrs. Poops a lot. Here's a Scooby Doo that's scared shitless. And here's a couple of drawings that I got inspired by poopy dogs. I love the whole dog poop thing. Anybody who knows me knows that there's nothing I admire more than the image of the innocence that is captured in a pooping dog. Here's one, a small illustration of mine. And here's another. Yeah. What typically happens is during your 20s, you will take a lot of shit that you don't even recognize as shit. And you will mistake that shit for chocolate, especially in relationships and career choices. And as you mature into middle age, you will have experienced a wide variety of shades of shit. And the stank of what you once took for chocolate was really just you being an imbecile. Usually around your late 30s and early 40s, you'll come to this point of enlightenment about the types of shit you've been just taking in. And it's your ticket to freedom from shit. So, yeah, middle age is an exciting time of your life. Now that you know that eating anything is ultimately the first step of shit production, well, you probably didn't know that, but now that I'm telling you, you know, even though we may not think of ourselves as eating shit when we're eating, whatever we eat is ultimately pre-shit. And it is important to point out we're responsible for a beautiful and delicious piece of mango to shapeshift into a stanky curvature of shit. Do we even realize we practically turn everything into shit eventually? Have you ever pondered a thought deeper than that, by the way? I doubt you have. So, another point is about feeling the shit. When do you feel your shittiest? This is a question I'd like to have you pose yourself. I personally feel most cringy shitty when I cannot express my authentic shit without chocolate filters. I often realize people can't handle raw and real shit. So they want to pretend nobody ever shits, or that their shit is more righteous. So you must suppress or hide your shit to comfort them. This is especially true in the case of men. They don't really want to hear women's shit. Anyway, almost never by choice, I sometimes find myself in environments where people are extremely nice, cheerful, and fake, and anxiously laugh out loud where there's like zero hint of humor. And it's shitty even secondhand witnessing those who conform to inauthentic behavioral expectations in order to soothe someone's ego, such as being nice transactionally on purpose to those you otherwise dislike or even hate, only because you have some business or personal interest with them. When I'm being lied to, I can always sense it, and it just churns my shit sack like an internal hurricane of the intestines. Passive aggressiveness, for instance, feels way shittier than a grown ass bullying session for me. So I'd rather be confronted with the real shit. It's just me and my personal preference. Maybe you like your shit covered in sugar coated icing on top, but that's not my kind of shit. So the internet is full of shit. So I feel like I've done my part to contribute for today, and I hope this shitty video made you feel not as shitty and helped you reflect on some deep shit through the lens of Laurentian philosophy. And thank you for being receptive and supportive of my shit. And even though my shit isn't popular like lady feet photos, here's the bonus part. If you rerun this video, try to capture the exact number of times I said shit. The first person who gets the right answer, the right number, is going to receive a small piece of art from me, an original cartoon style illustration from me, kind of like this one. Thanks a lot, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye!